computer. I'm still working, trying to get things ready. Hope y'all are good. Waiting on Junkie Joe to load. It'll be a moment. Hello, hello, hello. The heat is on. Come on, Junkie Joe! It'll be a moment before I get started because I have to have Junkie Joe. Then I need to clear my desk off a little bit. I've got a mess! Oh my goodness, y'all! Hello, hello, hello! I'm so excited. Some of this stuff I didn't use, but who knows? Maybe I'll be inspired. I have so much to do. Oh my goodness. Come on, Junkie Joe. He's still loading. Did y'all have a good weekend? Mine was good. Mine was busy. Hey, if you would, speak up in the chat so I know you're here. We'll get started here in just a moment. It was excited too. It'll be different. That's okay. Well, I'm always busy. I know, Robin. I just stay that way. It's good for my life. Keeps me young, right? Alrighty, we're still waiting on Junkie Joe to load. But we're gonna go ahead and get started here in just a moment, okay? I guess I won't even we'll discuss Junkie Joe whenever he loads. Alrighty, let me get the screen. Hello everyone, Linda Israel here. So glad to have you here today. I hope that you had a great weekend. I've been busy and it's taken me a little bit to get started today. When I clicked on the YouTube go live, it was like, we can't go live right now. And I'm like, no, don't tell me that. But, you know, you kind of tickle the electronics. You see, tickle the electronics and they start working for you. All right, Junkie Joe is still loading, so I am reading your chat via YouTube. So hopefully I can see everything till it gets loaded up here. Hey, you know, let's keep the chat friendly, upbeat, and helpful. If you have a question, put it in all caps. I'll do my best to answer that. If I don't see it, then please ask again. Hey, and if you know the answer to that question, answer them. I do not mind whatsoever. I forget to say this sometimes, but hey, if you have a YouTube channel on YouTube, sometime throughout the chat here today, tell us who you are, what you do, and maybe y'all can become friends and follow each other. So don't just say, drop your link. Tell us something about yourself. Why you have a YouTube? What's going on? So kind of keep that chat going and y'all be friends. Now, Robin is one of my administrators from the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. So is Norella, who is of Calico Collage. Robin will be keeping notes throughout the stream, especially if Junkie Joe is a little bit slow. Hopefully he'll be up and running in just a moment. She'll take down winners whenever I get the raffles started. Thank you, Margie. Yay, you made it, Margie. Thank you. Did you get some happy mail, Margie? Let's see. What was I saying? Da 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 da. Oh yeah. So oh, my thought got lonely and left. I got distracted by the big yellow box. Let's see. We're gonna go over Kicks Junkie Joe. I know he's not here yet. I'm sorry. I do really appreciate your donations. It helps me out, helps me keep going, keep the lights on, so to speak. Because even though this is my business, I don't do a lot of it. Oh, Junkie Joe is starting to load. Because there's the animation, so that's coming up. I thank you all so very much. If you do donate, do know that at the end, I'll be raffling off 2 journals that we make here today. And if we get there, then y'all will have the opportunity to take one home. Throughout, I will have some other raffles. Junkie Joe's loading faster. And we should be able to give away a few prizes. Yay! We got Junkie Joe up. All right, so let's do the first giveaway, which is for 200 junk bucks. I stalled just long enough. So you'll type !raffle. What does that do? You can earn a virtual currency called bucks or junk bucks. When you get to 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem those for a $10 off coupon to my shop. Why do I do this? Well, when you come to my live streams, I greatly appreciate your support. And I was trying to give you something back because I do sell products of my own. And so I thought, well, why don't I give y'all like credits that you can use to purchase items from my shop. So get $10 of junk bucks or $10 for 2,000 junk bucks. So we've got a raffle right now that you could win 200 junk bucks to add to your coffers. So go ahead and get on there, okay? All right. I see no one's entered the raffle yet, have they? Let's see. Did I not activate it? It says type join, but it seems like the chat is gone really slow. All right, the chat might be broken. Let's see what happens. Did that come through? Okay, it goes through there. Is it going through there? Okay, the entries have stopped. All right, so I'm going to do this again. And giveaway, allow entries. Okay, Junkie Joe's really slow on my end. Okay, got it. All right, so today we're going to play with the Mandala. I don't know. I don't say it right. So we're going to play with this kit from Calico Collage only because I have seen it in her shop for a while. It's one of her older kits. I just liked how colorful it was. And I also liked that it really didn't have a certain type of theme, meaning it not spring or not love, no holiday is involved, no particular genre other than just using the mandalas. And so I thought that might be kind of fun to play with this kit. I know Junkie Joe needs some coffee. So I printed out some of the pages, which I have here, and then I started creating ideas. And so I'm going to show y'all what I came up with. Hopefully this goes over right. Okay, so right off the bat, I've got my bundle of goodies here. So I put everything in a Ziploc bag that I think I'm going to use. And hopefully I have everything. I still have extra bits over here to the side in case I need them. Okay, sometimes you need them. So I've got the lace duo. There's a couple of corner pockets that come in the kit, and I fussy cut some of the word elements that are in the kit. These are little pockets. Oh, I already glued the other ones down. These are little pockets, and I went ahead and backed them. So kind of like a library pocket, if you will. And except it doesn't have the short part. It's just a little bit deeper. But I did that because I wanted to make this an additional tuck spot where I could put something behind it. So that's why I did that. And I've got some other pieces here. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to spray some Tattered Angels onto some papers. And then we're going to take those papers and turn these into journal pages. So I've got a, what do I call this? This is a composition notebook. In love, the mixed media look. Oh, you like that, Julie? Well, good. Let's see. We're gonna do oh, wrong stencil. I gotta do this stencil first. I have to think about it sometimes. All right, so this is one of my new Mandala. I'm probably not saying it right, but that's what I have in my shop. It's a new one. Oh, I'm kind of got the shine going on there, but you see that pattern? Love circles. Circles are fun. Okay, so I've got this guy, and I want to do this patterning in different colors. So I've got a green. This is called Tangy Lime. It could be the punked out steam green. That's kind of lime from the first kit or the second kit. I'm trying to remember where else I've seen a lime, but any of the limes would be kind of fun. Even the new Christmas kit, I think I'm going to have a lighter lime color in it and then a darker green. And this is fully purple. You could use a peacock purple if you don't have this. What else do I have here? I've got a pink. So this one is Party Pink. Any of those pinks, you can kind of see that color. It's a real pretty pink. Thank you, Robin. Uh-oh, you think your reminder's broken? Oh. So there's the Party Pink. And I just want on the actual stencil a little bit of yellow. So I'm just going around the edge. I think this one's from the punked yellow. I think I have a golden yellow, which would work really well. I happen to have several reams of this green linen paper. I've had it for years. I bought it at a print shop supply place. So they were suppliers to people who did professional printing, like printing of special letterhead and invitations and that kind of stuff. And I went in there quite frequently and ended up picking up some of this paper. I didn't put a lot of ink down, but I just love the way these blend together on top of the stencil. Anyhow, I got this paper. I think I have like, I don't know, 5 reams of it. I'm now getting to the point that I don't have near as much, but I have quite a bit. I've turned it over, and I'm going to spray this side, and then I'm going to set this aside to dry, because it takes it a moment. Come on, cooperate. Put that over there. I'm going to bring back this page. It's a little bit thicker than the composition notebook page that I've trimmed down to 8.5 by 11. I'm sorry I didn't say that earlier. Happy Monday. You're very welcome, Margie. Yay. You're very welcome. Margie is talking about that Robin won the journal one week, and she said, just send it to Margie. So I did as she asked. All right, so this time I've got, let's do, I don't want as much purple, that shade, but I've got a pink. So I'm just lightly misting it. You got to make sure to shake it. This one is punked blue green. Since we've got that kind of a green paper underneath. And I think I want the fresh lime again. And I'm going to grab just a piece of copy paper this time, which I'm almost out. Somebody want to send me a box of paper? I got to go buy either the office supply or order it online. Some paper. I have like not even a ream left, and I go through a lot of paper. All right, so let's see. What do I want to spray the back with? I'm going to spray it with this kind of, I think this is from the punked blue. And I'm going to set this aside to dry. We're going to use it, but I want it to dry before we get there. And then there's the back side that we have stenciled. So I've got both sides stenciled with some kind of pattern. Hey, Dorlisa, welcome. Hey, Ada. Hey, Marianne, Margie. I didn't say hi. And Carrie and Sam. You order everything online. I know, but I should be able to go over here to the office supply. And sometimes if you go local, you'll find a coupon or they'll have some kind of special that they don't show online and you get it for less money. I just got to get over there. Oh dear. All right, so I'm just drying this a little bit because it's a little damp and I don't want it to rip when I start manipulating it. I'm going to fold this in half. This is going to be our first journal page. You like the coloring in there on the sides? Now you could take that stencil and lay it back down if you wanted and come back in here. So you just kind of figure out which way it goes. And you could stencil inside that pattern, okay? So I want to give you all that, or you could draw if you really want it to look like a mandala. You can draw on there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and fold this backwards. I want this to be the outside when I am done, but I also want to do some things on the inside here. Dry. I don't need you stacked. I need you dry. I've got one of the lace duo elements, and I'm going to ink this up. Where did it go? It was Salty Ocean. I'm going to ink up Salty Ocean. I chose that because it was really bright, but I didn't necessarily want black. This would look absolutely gorgeous in black as well, but I really want the color. So I'm just stamping that right across the page at the top. And then it looks like I've stamped lace, or it looks like I have real lace. And you don't have the bulk of lace. So you can then put more layers down if you so choose. Okay. I'm going to open this up. And I want to put it across here. Is that right? Yeah. I had to look at my example that I made. You're probably wondering, how do I come up with the ideas? A lot of it is looking at the supplies that I have and trying to decide how can I put them all together. So you've got that pattern across there. So that's kind of what I do. I just kind of play around with it. I think, let me see something. Is that? I'm going to go ahead and stamp this side, even though I don't need to, because I do plan to cover it up. But a little bitty bit might peek out. Okay. All right. I'm going to clean my stamp off. I'm just going to use some Thieves cleaners. All right. And I've got a piece of paper that I have trimmed to the same width as my page. And we're going to ink this up with Evergreen Bow. Evergreen Bow? Bow. Evergreen Bow. Oh my goodness. What'd she say? The color I used? Oh, you love that lace? Isn't it pretty with that blue? All right, so now I'm going to do it in this green and put that right on top. And it's just a faint color in the background, but it's just a pretty color, I think. I'm going to go ahead and clean my stamp in case I want it again later. I'm cleaning my stamp in between because I am using the Oxide Inks, and it doesn't come off as easily when it's dry after it's been on there for a while, and I don't want it to transfer, so that's why. Okay, so I stamped on here, and guess what, y'all? I hardly ever use it, but I've got some eyelash yarn. I found a little baggie of it while I was moving some things around, and I thought, okay, I don't ever use it, just for y'all, I'll use it today. So I cut a little length, and I'm putting it on top. I just put down some Aleene's tacky glue. And then I've got a little saying that says, let yourself be silently drawn by the stronger pull of what you really love. You like with the stencils how you can actually double stencil? Yeah, exactly, because you can, that's what I think makes the stencils so fun, and I like the use of like Tattered Angels with it because you can get 2 for 1. Oh, thank you, Robin, for your donation. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm glued those together. I'm going to set a block on it for a moment just so it can kind of set up a little bit. And I'm going to work on this page. So I've got here a little pocket that I glued onto another piece of paper. So I'll just glue this down as a tuck spot or corner. I need to put more glue in my bottle. So I'm just gluing that down right here. And then I'll flip this over, and I did the same thing. The card's already in it. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. Okay. Alrighty. And then I have, let's see, what we're putting here. When you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you, a joy. I think that's a pretty good one. Robin isn't working properly. Oh no. Robin, did you forget your coffee? Oh my goodness. You move things around so for your scrapbooking paper. Oh, cool. Yeah. It's nice to use that in journals. You can for sure. That scrapbook paper makes great for layering and whatnot. All right, so I've got those two. I'm waiting on this guy to dry. I think it's about ready, but I want to make sure it's dry before I put it down. So let's go ahead and work on the inside. So I'm moving this over. Move it on over. All right, so I've got this little rectangle, all right? It was a scrap left on my desk, and I thought, well, why not? Let's do something with it. And I'm going to use from the Bombay Company stamp set. This is like little flowers, and I thought they were really reminiscent of mandalas because of the look of it. You see that? Isn't that pretty? And I've got from Norella's Words, but I've shrunk them, and I thought that would look really good glued together. Oh no. Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to put that right here. And I already made one earlier, so we're going to put those right here on the page. Like so. So it's a way to mix your stamping with your journals by stamping out a little flourish underneath. See, something different that I haven't done in a while. I'm going to glue the corner pockets on the bottom here. So I'm just putting a little glue on the little tabs. Then I'll put those down. I'll borrow a block. Glue it down, glue it down. This one over here. Put a block on this one for a moment. All right, so now I've got some things I've set aside to put in, and one of those was this piece of copy paper that we had earlier, and I'm just going to fold it. So I'm folding it about like that and about like that. Now you can choose if you want to fold this smaller or bigger. The envelope that I have didn't quite fit, what is it, an A2 card? So I just decided to fold it up a little bit more, but this is one of the envelopes that are from Norella's kit, and I happened to use the same stencil on the inside just by coinkydinkies. I guess it was my subconscious telling me to use this because I did this yesterday. I forgot about it today. So we're going to use this envelope in here. I've also cut one of these little notepad strips. I'm going to use that. I made a mixed media card. So, you know, we make those master boards. Y'all remember the master boards? So here's one that I made. I've been cutting it up. And it was all these little strips of paper. So when I would cut off a strip because it was too big and I had sprayed it, or I deliberately sprayed it, stamped on it, added some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. I also did some stamping in black ink and then in gold embossing on top of it. And it just became this sparkly stuff. And so I cut it into 2-inch squares and backed it with about a 2¼ or 2½-inch square. And then this was just playing around with the Distress Oxides onto some watercolor paper and spraying it with Tattered Angels and just getting it wet. And I used that as my background to then stamp the leafy branch. So I thought we'll use that today as well. What else do I have here? Oh, here's another little mixed media card. I told you about this a couple weeks ago. Again, this is another masterboard piece that I stamped over the top of and cut into strips. I used a Sharpie. So anytime you want a really bold border around something, I just used a Sharpie and a ruler. I just take my ruler, and let's pretend this is my ruler, and I line it up, and then I just use that as a guide to make straight lines so I don't accidentally jump up onto my paper. And that's what I did with that. All right, so let's go ahead and put this together. I was waiting for the glue to dry. You like making masters? Masterboards are fun. Okay, a substrate, Julie, is just a thingy that you adhere other thingies to. A masterboard is a piece of artwork that you put together on one big board, and then you cut it up and use it for smaller art pieces. So a masterboard is more of a finished product, and a substrate is where you begin. So my substrate here was that linen paper. And if I was decorating this masterboard style, then when I got done gluing all of my things to it, I could cut it up and make it into something much like that. Okay. Thingy key crafty term. Yep. Mandala started in the Eastern religion. Yep. We're getting educated. All right. So on here, I have a couple of the journal cards. These are some add-ons, the larger ones, I think. One or the other, I can't remember. Sorry, guys. Just go get all of them because that's what I did. 2 different sizes, and I thought they would look good stacked here. This is one of the little cards that comes in the kit. My soul is from elsewhere, I'm sure of that, and I intend to end up there. So that's a pretty good one. All right, and then on this side, we're going to put, oh yeah, let's put the envelope in here. And then I have a little card like this that match, and I just decided since there was a pocket that matched to use those together. And then we're going to open this up inside, and we're going to put this card over here. We're going to put this little folded bit right there. And then this card, this is a heavier card. It's almost a watercolor linen paper. It was heavier. I found it in my stash. So there's our journal page. Do you see that? We got one made! Yay! Okay. One down. Here we go. All right, where's it? Where is it? Okay, I got my copy paper now. So using that same, hey, do you remember this stamp? I was showing the other, and I used this as a flat surface. This is also from the Bombay company, and I'll stamp that up here in these corners. And I'll flip it over and do it on the other side. So again, this was just mopping up. No, this was spraying the stencil. And then the other one was the mop up. Okay, we got all of those. And then I have a couple of these guys. So I'm just going to glue down. These are little circles that come in the kit. I printed the kit. I think I printed the elements twice. And then I selected pages that I liked the most because of their design, and printed, I think, 4 actual 2-sided pages. That way I'll have some lighter weight paper in the journal. It won't all be super thick. All right, so then I've got a couple of these guys that we'll put over here. And this is where I stopped on this one, almost. I got one more thing to do because it was time to get started. And this is another element. Now, I can't remember. There's a like a bookmark set that Norella offers. I got that one. And then she had these long like microscope slides. There's a bunch of them. So go check them out. You like those colors of my masterboard? Thank you, Carrie. Thank you very much. Hey, Penny. How are you? Brain cells? What are those? And I'll just glue this down as a pocket on this notebook paper. I feel like this was a long time ago, and I've already forgotten what kind of paper this was. Time is flying by. What do you think? Trying to, just blend these together. There's still a couple of little elements left over here, so I'm just looking. How about if we put that in there, and then I have one for over here. And I have these, so this is like a little skinny. I'll put it behind. Put it behind, Linda. There. So that kind of gives us that. And I think I'll save these. There may be another page that I want to use those on, just so it can space it out a little bit. All right, so there's another page we made. That was quick. Hey, Karen. All right, where's my other pages? I was lost, but now I am found. Thank you so much for being here, y'all, and hanging out with me. Okay. Let's do some fun stuff here. Now, I'm not going to do it on this one, but I'll tell you how I did it. Because it takes too long for the paint to dry. Yep, so I want to do that right now. Okay, so here's what I do. I take a book page. I take some acrylic paint. So in this case, acrylic craft paint. I put a little bit down and then I smear it over my book page. Oh, thank you, Jennifer, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then once I've done that, I let it dry. And if it's thick enough for me, then I leave it, okay? And let that be the layer. This is the first layer of our mixed media stuff here. Next, I'm going to grab my spray box and I want to spray just randomly. So we're going to do the purple. So I like that it kind of pools up on this after you paint it like that. So you get some really different effects. So that's the pink. And we're going to give a little bit of this blue-green. Keep the lid on. And I think I want this punked green just a little. I like that it kind of splatters a little bit. And now I'm just going to use my heat tool to dry that for just a moment while I get myself ready. Okay. All right, I'm going to let this set aside and dry so that I can move on. And this is what I need. So I printed one of the pages that had the mandala at one side. You know, you can consider that upside down or right side up. But that's why I chose that. And what I want to do is we're going to rip this and I'm going to put this behind it. But I want to stamp on this. And I used, which one was it? Was it this one? I think it might have been. I have to look at my... Yeah, okay. I had to think. All right, I've got the Lace Duo again. And this time I'm switching it out because I want the one that has more of a straight edge on the other side. And I'm going to stamp this. And I didn't do this last time, but I'm going to this time because I think it'll help me a lot better. All right, so there is my center. I'm going to go ahead and stamp this right across here. So I have a pattern across there, and then I'm going to stamp it on this side. I didn't want there to be any seams in my lace on my page. And when I did this earlier, I just stamped it the whole length and then stamped the other side, and you can see like a seam between the lace. So this way, it'll go all the way across, and there won't be a seam, if you will. All right, so what I'm going to do is I want to fussy cut. Didn't I do that? Know what I did? Where's my page? I just covered it up. Oh no, I tore this. I thought I fussy cut it. No, I did fussy cut it. All right, so I guess that's what gave me the time for my page to dry, because I was trying to figure out how did I remember to do this. So I'm just kind of quickly fussy cutting down here. This was just a Bible page, a dictionary, Bible, concordance, one of those things that I took the page and folded it in half and then glued the two sides together so that it would have a little bit more strength, because I want this to be a pocket. I've got Distressed Walnut stain ink that I'm using. Like that. Okay, so I just put a little bit of Distress ink on there. I don't need this whole length. Who knows, I may need this other piece of paper later, so I'm just going to trim the lace. Save that. So I'm pretty sure I do need it later. Oh, I do. I know where I need it now. I'm going to cut this into some 1-inch strips. 1 and 1. I'll show you how to make a pocket just a little bit deeper than you need. All right, so we've got this piece ready. Now we've got here, we could fussy cut in here if we want. I'm going to tear it. And if you put your finger where you want to kind of lead it to tear, it works a little better if you're trying to go around a shape. Kind of prevents it from going too far on your page. Oh, see, I wouldn't pay attention. Okay. I want to glue on this first because I want the glue to dry on this bottom piece. So I'm going to go right down here. And I'm taking one of these 1-inch strips and I'm adding it to the bottom of the page. And the reason being is I want this pocket, when I put it back down, to be the full depth. And by doing this little tab, I can make it the full depth. So I'm going to go up the side. And then we'll put some Distress Inks on here. And then we'll glue the base down. And then we can glue the pocket down. So sometimes, you know, you got to think about how quickly you want to work. Or if you're going to take breaks often, and you'll have to wait on the glue to dry. And I don't use stinky glue. So I know that there's some glues that glue dry faster, but I do not like a glue that has any kind of scent whatsoever. I like that this glue dries clear, and it really does dry quickly overall. All right, so we're going to go ahead and trim this piece off over here. I'm doing this at an angle up here, so when we make this folded in, it won't interfere. Let's go ahead and glue this part down. And what I've got is a Bible page that happens to be almost 8.5 by 11. It may not be perfect. And we're just going to glue this piece down. I'm not going to worry about what this edge looks like because when we put this down, after we add our lace to it, it'll poke over the top of it. So you don't have to worry about covering it up with Distress Ink on the edges. All right, so what I'm doing is going to lay this down and kind of line it up with the edge as best I can. I'm going to grab my bone folder and just kind of rub it. You'll see sometimes the glue will come out to the edge. And that's how you can get these pages to stick together and become one. All right, so that'll dry a moment. So now I'm going to use my Distress Inks on this edge. See, I told you I had a method. I have a method. Okay. I do ship overseas. If you go to my website and just start entering an order in and then put in your mailing address, you don't have to create an account to find out how much something would cost for shipping, and you can see how much it is. Most of the flat items ship a whole lot less than, say, for example, Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists costs a little bit more, and of course my kits cost a little bit more. But the rubber stamps and stencils, generally I'm able to put those in a flat mailer, and a lot of times I can save money for both of us on shipping because of that. All right, so I just glued that piece down. Do you see how that pops up behind there? And now what I'm going to do is take my scissors and cut this corner off, and then cut this corner off. And then we'll fold these tabs even to the edge. So maybe even a little bit to the inside, but not a lot because you don't want your paper to curl. And I'll use my bone folder to kind of smooth that out. Now you want to make sure that this is dry when you're doing this because you don't want it to stick to itself. Ask me how I know. I've had it happen a lot. You like that? Thank you. Just adding that lace duo is just a fun way to add a little pattern there. All right, so I know where the center is. All right, what I'm going to do now is we're going to put glue on this little tab, and then when we make this a pocket, we'll have the full size of the paper that we can put anything in our pocket. Well, I guess you could put anything in there. It's whatever you want to put in there. Oh, I am going to put just a little bit of glue down the middle. I don't need it, but it just makes me feel better sometimes. All right, so let's line this up here and here and over there. All right, and I tried to pretty quickly make sure that I didn't glue it all the way shut. Okay, so I'm just sticking my bone folder down there just in case some glue seeped out. All right, so we're going to flip this over and let's work on this side. So we're coming back to our mixed media page that we had earlier. So we've coated it with acrylic paint and we sprayed it with Tattered Angels. Yeah, you like the stability of adding glue to a pocket? Yeah, I mean, it's going to be in the fold of the journal, but it just kind of keeps it stable while you're handling it before you put it in your journal. Well, I'm in the zone. Sorry, what am I doing? What did I not see? Oh, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, they can get them. Yeah. Pretty pockets, thank you. What am I looking for? What do you want? I am focused. My cat's coming for the squirrels. Did y'all enter the raffle? Yeah, keep from tipping as much. True, because I have a little more stability in that center. Oh, yeah. Barb, Norella has at Calico Collage has a breast cancer kit. And it's really pretty. Okay, poke, nudge, nudge. All right, I thought so. Squirrels! Y'all enter the raffle. I'm going to do this, but give y'all a chance to enter the raffle. So I've got that book page. And this is my new other stencil. So I'm just going to kind of line it up here. Oh, I need a backer piece just so I don't get it all over my desk. And I think probably something like that. I do have some washi tape on the edges. Just a little. And I have, is this the right one? No. Where'd it go? There it is. Blueprint sketch in a blending brush. And we're going to go over the stencil. And I hope you like this effect. It's a whole different way to add a colorful mandala. I need a black soot distress oxide. I don't have one, and I wasn't liking the way the black soot just distress ink looked. So I'm hoping that when I go by, if I go by Hobby Lobby, maybe they'll have a black soot. All right, so I just added stenciling, and there's the pattern. What do you think? Do you like it? Oh, thank you, Tanya, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jennifer, Robin, and Margie. Thank you. Yeah, the Mandala with dots. You like the little dot stencil? Yeah. All right, so y'all in the raffle. I'm going to clean my hands off so I can pick up a prize. Okay. Clean it up. All right. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I need to stretch. 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 What about the ones I organized for you? What did you organize for me? Yep, you could turn it around a bit and do another color. Exactly. You could have it kind of come around and make a different variation there. Yep, lots of options. All right, so the raffle, where'd it go? Ah, we're going to do the 200 junk bucks, and the winner is Diane Ditzenberger. You've won 200 junk bucks. Stretch. Oh yeah, those inks. Yeah, I haven't done anything with those yet, but I do have someone that I was talking to a while back that doesn't have a bunch of ink pads, and I'm going to end up giving them to her. So that's what we're going to do. No, there wasn't, Robin. There wasn't one in there. Not for this. So, yep. It's a good color. Okay. So, now let's go. Congratulations. You're very welcome. Let's reset that. And we're going to give away some over the page booklet. All right, so I've got these little over the page booklets. I made extras a week ago, I guess. Whenever I was making a journal, I happened to have some extra papers laying here. So I thought, let's use them up. So these are basically a scrapbook cardstock pattern that was two-sided. And then there's 3 sheets of 4x6 scrapbook paper folded in half. 4x12, sorry. And I stitched down the middle with my sewing machine. I added a Calico Collage image to the outside. So we're going to have 2 giveaways here in just a little bit. I'll draw 2 different names and send those out to y'all. All right, so I went ahead and we stenciled that on there. I want to fold this edge over. And I'm going to glue this down because I'm making this a pocket in my journal, and I want that edge to be a little bit sturdy. Oh, thank you, Nadine, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, stencils are multi-purpose for sure. Yeah, that is Blueprint Sketch. Blueprint Sketch. That's what it looks like over the Tattered Angels. All right, so I have this page. I need to trim this page. It's too tall. So I'm going to get my cutter out. And I hope I can get to this last page that I want to make. I hope. And I'm going to cut this down because it's too tall. So let's just kind of go just above the stencil line. I know y'all can't see that. And then I'm going to flip this around and cut this at 8.5 inches. Hopefully it was somewhat straight. I think my paper cutter was on top of something. It may not be straight. All right, so I've got this piece, and I made one earlier that's already ready. And what I'm going to do is glue these down. So I want to know where my center mark is on my page. And it's also easier to fold this side if you don't have that extra bulk. Anyone got a penny? Yeah, it's a good color. You have to use it. Get it out. All right, so I'm going to take this piece where I folded the edge. That's going to go over here. We're going to put glue down these three sides and right down the center and glue this piece down. Robin moves in just a few more weeks. I think it's like October or November, the first week of November. So I'll put glue right here. I have to help her when she gets here. Oh, thank you, Barb, for your donation. So this is the journal that at the end, if y'all want to donate to me, you can have a chance to win. All right, I think my paper was a little crooked in there, but I'm just gently pushing that glue because I know it's going to seep out a little bit, and I can just kind of rub at it. You know, sometimes you have to have a little patience. I don't like using tape. I know some people love tape. Tape has a tendency to just come unstuck. I don't know why, but it does. Oh, thank you, Laura, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Lee's for Oklahoma on 11/3. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, so I glued that down, and I really want to make sure this is smooth here. And you don't want to rub it too hard because the paper is still kind of fragile from being wet, so it can rip. All right, so now I'm going to come down these two sides and glue this down. This page, I went ahead and trimmed to be 5 3/4 inches wide, so that a little bit of it will actually kind of peek onto the other page. Because if I cut it right to the length, I don't know, it buckles for some reason. And I don't like that look, even though you don't really see it. But I thought this way it kind of overlaps and it makes the spine just a little bit stronger. And I'm just wiping away the excess glue that kind of peeks out. Okay. So while that's drying, let's do some journal cards. So I thought it would be kind of fun just to grab that stencil. What did I just do with it? There it is. That stencil again. I got a scrap of paper. And then these were a scrapbook cardstock that I trimmed from a 12x12. You can get 3 5x7 journal cards out of a 12x12. So that's what I did, is I cut up some scrapbook cardstock. Y'all into the raffle? And then I'm going to grab that same blue blueprint scratch, Oxide. And this is a purple. I don't know why I put that over there under my hand so I can't see it. The paper is kind of a pale purple lavender color. I just thought maybe it might look kind of fun to use this blue and purple together. And I'm just kind of swirling this in the stencils. There are some, sticky up areas. You got to be careful that you don't snag. But I'm liking it. I think I made it pretty bold. And I put this one in the center because I wanted to have as much of the mandala as possible. And I thought this way you could do things like this. And then they're a journal card all on their own. Isn't that cool? you can still write over it. Oh, I still need this. Okay, so now I'm going to take, as soon as I find it. Ah, there it is. I forgot to add this in the list. I'm sorry, Robin. I think it's twining. Is it twine? Twine flower? Twine? You twine. You might see it. Flower. It's a pretty recent one. But I just thought with the patterning that's in this kit, this would be my version to bring in to it. That's kind of pretty. I'm going to stamp it again since I already have it on my block. Put it over here. And then I think I saw, where did I do with it? Aha. So I've got the Stitches stamp set. Get a different stamp out. And this one I like because it had the little flowers with the leaves. And what I thought was kind of neat to do was I'm going to stamp here. And I'm going to stamp this way. And it just kind of gives it a little border. Do that again. Stamp there. Stamp there. So now I've got those. Those are going to go in our journal pockets. But I want to put some embellishments here. Where are they? Ah, I paper clipped them together so I wouldn't lose them. So Narella has like these microscope slides. I think that's what they're supposed to be, is a microscope slide. And I thought they were kind of pretty. I'm going to go ahead and apply some distress inks to this edge. But I thought they would be kind of pretty with those words that are from Narella that I shrank. If you don't have these words, I'm going to show y'all another technique here in just a little bit that you can do yourself. You know, you can trim words out of magazines and newspapers and whatnot. You can write your own words. You can stamp them. That's what I didn't do, is I didn't use more of the new word stamps that I just came out with in my shop from Beeline Designs. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just fold that in half. All right, so I've got one of these microscope slides that I've already gone around the edge, and I just thought if I did that, it's just very simple. Just a simple pattern. It's not super bulky. I really want more focus on the background, but it's just another texture on your page. So we used a book page that I painted with acrylic paint, and then I sprayed with Tattered Angels, and then I stenciled a pattern, and then just added that. So you can write on here. And if you don't want to write on that, you can take one of these tear-off notepads or another piece of paper and stick it on top. All right, let's put it on this side. All right. I love the Stitch. The Stitches stamp is a really pretty stamp set. There's a set of 4. So there's the shabby Stitches and now the Stitches set that I have in my shop. And I really think they're pretty, that, you know, using them together or separate. Especially if you don't have a sewing machine, don't have room for a sewing machine. All right, so that's going to go there. And this is going to go in our pocket that we made. Turn this over. This is going to go in our other pocket that we made. I'm going to open this up, and I have a couple of journal cards from the kit that we'll put in here. You know what? I didn't stamp anything up there, and I have this brand new bag, where is it, of stamps that I've been wanting to use but hadn't done it yet. Where is it? There's one that I really like. It says Dare to Dream. Let's use that one. And there was another one I thought was pretty. I need to stamp these out on my... Oh, how about secret? That'll be good. We'll do that. I was wanting to stamp with these, but I ain't done it yet. So this is a new text stamps, word stamps that I have in my shop. And that says, you ready? Dare to dream. And I'm going to stamp that again on my other page. Because I didn't do it before, but now that I'm doing it, I like it. All right, so I'm going to take that one off. Get back in my... I need to get my backer boards out and make one with all the sayings. Yes, a couple of people I have seen use beets, and they turn out beautiful. So now I'm using Secret. See that? I like it. So I gave my little touch to Norella's art. And I like what she's done. These are more of a kaleidoscope mandalas. And then, of course, then mine are the stencil design. I like it. Okay. Another page done. Let's work on this one. We gotta work it. Work, work, work. Uh-oh. Did I forget to use those? No, they're just extra. Okay. Alrighty. So let's do it. I've got a sheet music here. So I'm just going to move a few things out of the way. So this was a really old hymn song book, I guess you will. Guess you will. As you will, guess you will. And I thought it would be really pretty as a base. And I want to put a pocket on here so that this dries pretty quickly. I'm going to go ahead and do this first. So let me get a piece of paper here and move this out of the way for a moment. And I've got the blueprint sketch, and I'm just going to kind of twist it around onto a folded book page that I glued together just so it'll be a little bit thicker. And I'm going to grab, where is it? This is the Punked Blue Green Tattered Angels. And I'm going to spray this. And I'm spraying that distressed oxide, and I've got a paintbrush. I'm going to dry it just a little bit. It's been in some water. And I'm just going to kind of move this around to kind of help give this some color. So again, this is taking a book page, using distress oxide, spraying it with Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. So now it's shimmery. It's got these two distinct colors, but yet they blend well together. So I'm going to dry this just a little bit. And while that's drying up to the side, let's work on our page. So, because it's sheet music, sometimes it's really old and fragile. I happen to have a gel print. This is where I did bubble wrap on my gel plate. So I'm going to glue this down the middle, and what that'll do is that will provide a hinge to this paper in case it does want to split down the middle, as it has happened to me recently. So this way we're adding a little bit of color. We're not really changing too much of the music, unless you just, that's not your goal, then use another sheet of music on top of it. Just cut some more and go in the other direction or something. I'm using my gel print because it's with new paper and it's not near as fragile. Okay, so that's going to go there. Now I've shown this accordion folded pocket. Do y'all remember it? If y'all need to know, what is going on? Uh-oh, Paper Puddles has a question. What is it? Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness. Bubble wrap! Bubble wrap! No. Oh my goodness, y'all are terrible. All right, what? Okay, I don't see Carrie's question, so I'm sorry. Remembers the pocket, autocorrect. Oh, you have used beet juice out of a can, Carrie says. It's very dark, so mix it with rubbing alcohol, Carrie says. All right, so I made a pocket. I stamped it with the Bombay stamp set and then one of the stitches sets. I went around the edges with some Tattered Angels. I spritzed it, just kind of a watercolor effect. So it wasn't just white painted paper. So just kind of a watercolor effect, really. So we're going to glue this down as a pocket in this corner here. I then had some cardstock triangle rectangles. Yeah, that's a rectangle. Triangle, Linda, really. Rectangles that were given to me. There was a young lady whose mom had moved into a new location and it was much smaller than her previous location. And there was still 2.5 bedrooms worth of stuff left in her house when she moved out. One of those being a complete floor to ceiling full of craft supplies. So I went over there and picked up a bunch of craft supplies. This has been a couple of years now. And she still had all this stuff from when she did her invitations for her daughter's wedding 10 years before. Now I have them. And I'm using them. So I took another one of the stamps from the set that just kind of has this pointed little flower and stamped it in black. And I just thought that would be pretty down in here. Okay. Up here, I have some of those tear off sheets. I stamped it with this little flower stamp from the set. And we're going to glue that down. I don't know why I stuck that in the card pocket already. We're going to glue this down at the top up here. So we're still keeping that sheet music where it's going to be somewhat seen. It's kind of a hint, if you will, behind the papers. All right, so that's going to go over there. And let's go ahead and flip this over because I want to do this other side while waiting on my papers to dry. So over here, we've got another one of these guys that I stamped. I like these little tear off notepads for a quick pop of color in the journaling lines. If you don't have that, you know, you can use notebook paper. You can take a pen and a ruler and draw lines. I also have a journal line stencil. It's a little fatter because I like fat lines. Stencil that you can use. All right, so this was the same technique that I did over here, which was use the Distress Oxide and the Tattered Angels, and then I stamped over it with the Stitches set, and then I have a butterfly and the word dream that I used my little, what is it, label maker, label buddy. This is the Dymo, DYMO. And I have several of these, and I saw it the other day, and I was like, oh, I need to use that again. So I punched that out and stuck that down. It gives a little bit of texture. It's sticking up just there a little bit. You don't have to figure out, you know, where's that word. You can just make the word as you go. You can still get these on Amazon. All right, so I'm going to put this kind of in the middle. This is offset, but I'm going to put this in the middle and glue this down using those same tabs. Okay. And then this is from the Artful Journal Kit. I chose it because I like the color, and I just wanted a pop of color to kind of help with this page. I don't know. It just called to me. I happen to have two of them. I have a partial kit ready to cut of the Artful, and I thought I'll just use part of this. So and just kind of make it look kind of collage-like. Now you could have made this another tuck spot. I don't really like making tuck spots this way because things fall out. If you put a, what is that, a paper clip on there, then you can keep them in place. Yeah, those label makers, aren't they fun? Alright, okay, so we've got this over here. So let's go back to this guy, which should be somewhat dry. I'm going to dry it a little bit more with my heat tool. Oh, gotcha, Dorlisa. Well, just tell him leave you alone. This is your time. Oh, wow, Julie. Okay. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to tear it in half. And let's put some Distress Inks on it. Just, I'm covering up that somewhat white edge. And if you spend a lot of time doing it, then you can really get rid of that complete white. I think it'll be okay on there. So now, I made this piece because I had a piece of 4-inch wide by 8.5 in this case, and I used the other piece because it was actually 12 inches. And we're going to make this a pocket that goes on the edge of our page. So we're going to take this piece and I want to glue it on here. So I'm just kind of looking at it. And I'll put some glue just down this edge, come back a little bit. Make sure I've got it facing up. Depends how deep you want it. If you want it really deep, I'm going to make this one deeper than, well, I think I made the other one pretty deep too. So put that there. I'm going to repeat that on this side. I like turning it over to look at it. Make sure I got it lined up the way I want. Okay. What is the difference between a Franken page and a collage page? A substrate and a masterboard. Okay, well, I already answered what a substrate and a masterboard is, which was the substrate is the thing. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. The chat went really fast. The substrate is the thing you're working with. So, for example, we began with a sheet music page. That is my substrate. That's the thing that all the other things are going on. Okay? And that's why I described it as the thing, because I didn't want to say it's only for one particular type of media, because you can be putting a lot of things on top of a stump. You could put it on a canvas. You know, you can put it on a t-shirt. It's the substrate. It's the thing that you're now going to put something else on top of. A masterboard is where you're doing a piece of artwork with the intention of deliberately cutting it up to make it into smaller pieces of artwork. Comprende? Collaging might be part of your masterboard. So collaging is a technique that you could use on your masterboard to create smaller works of art. Yep, Mariana's got it. A substrate is a base on which you add paint, embellishments, etc. to build on. Exactly. Canvas, a sheet of paper, cardboard, whatever the base is. Exactly. So that is a masterboard. All right, so did I get both sides? No, not yet. Let's glue this pocket down. Now, again, you could put the tabs on this piece for the pockets if you need to put something in here tall. Just remember that. Just because I didn't do it doesn't mean you don't have to if you want to have the full height. Okay. So now I got those glued down. Let's go over here. I've got another one of these microscope slides that I thought would be kind of pretty. Just, you know, the difference in colors and patterns that we have here. All right, a base, exactly, a base. It's all about that base, that base. We won't go any further. All right, putting that down there. This pocket should be dry. So I did a thing. I will kind of explain it right now, but basically I'm trying to figure out a way to make a kaleidoscope mandala, not necessarily a wreath, because I know somebody else that already has this, but I made my own template to use in my Misty. And basically what you do is you put this down and then you put down your rubber stamp, you stamp, and then you rotate the paper, you stamp, you rotate the paper, you stamp, and that's how you end up with this pattern. So I've been working on this. I'm also trying to work on a stencil that you can color in, rotate, color in, rotate, color in, and then you can have a ring of somethings on there. So I just wanted to share, is that something y'all are interested in? Oh, you would use it in a stamp platform type design. This is by Misty. You could use the Tim Holtz, I guess he has one. I don't know who else. But that's what I did there. And I used another one of the punch embellishment. I thought that would look good in there. On this side, I took the spiraling vine stamp and stamped that all over. Here I use a paper punch to get a lace edge, and that's on top of another book page that I colored with, I think I used an ink pad direct onto the paper and colored it with some Tattered Angels a little bit to make it darker purple. I don't know, I got stuck on this purple kick, so I tried to mix it up by adding the blues every so often. So I hope you like what you're seeing. All right, so let's flip this back over. And on this side, basically we're almost done. I think what I need to do is put another one of these right here. I like that coloring. You like my idea? Thank you. So everything starts with a substrate. It's exactly right. You have to have a thing to put other things on, whether it be paint or paper or modeling clay. You know, you kind of have a base to start on. You know, when a sculptor is making something, he's making it with a substrate, which is pottery clay. When he's sculpting, or, you know, depending on the kind of actual end product is going to be. All right, so then we stamp that. That's going to go in here. Actually, I stamped it before the video. This is a Calico Collage card that I thought would look good there. All right, now why are you giving me a problem? There we go. This is a Calico Collage bookmark, and I just thought it was really pretty to stick that up there. And then I made my own. So this is like not quite 2 1/4. It's like 2 1/8. Yeah, 2 1/8 wide by 5 1/2 tall. I took my lilac and just kind of smooshed it like that on top of there. Or did I do that one? I don't know. And then I did the rubber stamp in black. So we kind of tie it all together. And then over here, I used this stamp in a green, oops, and this stamp in pink, and just went all the way around. And then I stamped on top of a piece of paper that I colored with this same green in the background. And this is from the fingerprint stamp set. It said Bohemian, so I thought I would use that here. Okay, so there is another page. Oh, thank you, Sherry, for your donation. And I need to fold this. Come on. Oh, that's why I won't fold. I had not folded it since I put the piece of paper down the middle. Thank you so much, Sherry, for your donation. Thank you, Ada, Janice, Laura, Barb, Nadine, Norella, Carrie, Tanya, Jennifer, Robin, and Margie. You like it? Then here's another one I made. Same concept. I just used some of the different images. Same one in here. All right. Now here is the messy page. So let me move a few things out of the way. Don't need this right now. That. Let's move this up here. Y'all enter the raffle. Okay. I need my little mat. What did I do with it? Or do I? Maybe I don't need it. Let's review what we're going to do. Bye, Norella. Thanks for stopping in. I need it. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I'm getting all the things ready. And I think I need to do this thing first. So I need, where to go? There it is. Okay. I have a book page that I painted earlier, and it's dry. So now what I want to do is I want to trim this paper in the background just to be slightly smaller or bigger than the big page here that we're going to alter. So I'm going to alter both of these pages. They're going to get really wet. So I'm just kind of figuring out how far over. Just kind of wanting a little bit of a border. So probably, yeah, that looks good. I'm just eyeballing it to see how much of a border we can go all the way around. Guess what, y'all? Y'all are going to get to see the sewing cam. Yep, here in just a little bit. I don't want it that far. I adjusted it a little bit, but I changed my mind. Okay. And then I'm just going to trim this. Just kind of looking to see. There we go. I just want a border to go with that. All right, you're probably going, what the heck, Linda? You're taking forever. All right, so we're going to do this in 2 stages. First, I'm going to take this piece that we painted prior to the video, And I'm grabbing the Punked Blue Green Tattered Angels. And we're just going to change the color of this page. Okay? And I'm going to dry it a little bit and set it aside. Okay. Now I've got my raspberry picked raspberry. I've got the other sheet of paper while that one's drying. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go right around the edge. I'm going to pick up my paintbrush that has a little bit of water in it. I'm just coloring that in. Actually, I need to kind of do it all at once. So you don't have a piece of pink paper, but you have a piece of book page. And you want to change the color, well, find the medium that works for you. It could be acrylic paint. It could be Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. It could be Distress Oxide. Get creative. Okay? So I'm going to dry this. All right. Welcome back. Oh no, no more sale. She may have had the sale on her website at her, if you're going to Calico Collage. Robin can't spend any money. She's got to save it to move. All right, so I got that pretty dry. So I'm going to set that aside a moment. And I have lost my mind. Where did it go? Oh, here we are. So this is another sheet of that green paper. And what I want to do now is use some Distress ink. I think that's right. Or did I use Tattered Angels again? I think I used Tattered Angels. Maybe. Maybe some Distress ink. We'll do it in Distress ink. It'll be a different color. So I'm going to go around this edge again. Yeah, I think I like this because it'll be different. So I'm just adding a little bit of color to those edges. Then I think I had I had some Tattered Angels that was almost empty, so I just added some water to it. This is not the same technique I did when I made my sample page. All right, so I want to do the other side. So I'm going to dry this. I'm going to flip that over. And I have from the, what is that, May 2020 Stencil Club that had a mandala in it. Let me look at my folder again. Yeah, May 2020 had the mandala in it. So we're going to use that. And we're going to use some Distress Oxides again. I'm kind of in love with using the Distress Oxides right now. If you haven't figured that out yet. Alright, I don't know what happened to my purple. Was that it? Always have to test it. Yeah, there's my purple. Alright, so we're going to start with Dusty Concord. And we're going to go right in the middle. Let me grab some washi tape. Paper's a little bit damp, but not too bad. All right, so we're going to do that. I'm going to do that right in the middle, kind of out. Okay, move that up so y'all can see it. And then I want the Mermaid Lagoon. And we're going to come out, oh, about in this area. So it's giving different pattern all the way around in different colors. But you could also take a pencil and trace these. Okay. And then I've got yellow. Let's see, what is it? I don't want that yellow. I want this yellow. This is a fossilized amber. I'm going to use that right here. And then I need my pink, which might be this one. Yeah, pink. So now I got picked raspberry. We're going to go out this edge. So the more you add ink-wise, the darker it gets. If you like it really light, just barely do it or keep doing it. It's award! Exclamation point award! If you're trying to get your coupon code. Alright. So there is the pattern. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? I'm going to grab some of the yellow Tattered Angels because that's Norella's favorite color. And I'm just spritzing it over the whole thing. With that Distress Oxide, it will react just a little bit. The outside border, okay, let's make this one fancy because, you know, I'm trying to do all kinds of stuff here. I've got the Spider Mum. That's the Spider Mum stamp. I want to stamp that all the way around the outside edge. So I don't need this guy right now. I don't need these. Oh yeah, okay. And I'm just going over that outside edge. I'm rotating the stamp different ways so it's not the exact same design that you see all the way around, but you can tell that it goes together. They're different sizes, going different directions. Okay, put one right there. And then this is almost dry, so I'm going to go ahead and dry this some more. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate y'all being here. Oh no, Sam, I hope you feel better. Thank you, Derlisa, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Robin needs a 10,000-mile overhaul. Oh my goodness, that's not very nice. Okay, so I got that dry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp all over. This is a background, okay? So it's okay if it's not perfect. I just want some pattern. Okay? Got some pattern. I'm going to glue these two on top of each other lightly because we're going to go to the sewing machine here in a little bit as soon as the glue dries. Oh, wait. I want to put some Distress Oxide around this edge. So, not Oxide, Distress. Walnut Stain. Walnut Stain. I need to put some Walnut Stain on here. You can't hardly do that after you glue it down. Okay, now I got it. Now we're going to glue this. By the way. We missed you. So glad you came back. Oh, thank you, Linda, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so I'm just kind of lining this up on my page here. All right, so we're going to let this dry a moment. So I'm going to set it over here at the sewing machine, which I need to turn on. And get ready. And then I need to work on, where are they? I don't need that anymore. I lost my piece of paper. I forgot to cut this up earlier, so we're going to do that now. So 5.5, no, 4, and it's already cut to 5.5. So cutting that in half. And if I remember correctly, I made these smaller by mistake, but I liked that I made them smaller, so 2.5. This piece of paper was 5.5 by 4.25, and now I'm trimming it down to 4.25 by 2.5. So I've got these little pieces here. I'm going to use my corner rounding tool and round the corners. Sewing lamb, we're getting there. I'm just working on a couple of things at a time while we wait on that glue to dry. I decided on this page, I kind of like the black soot distress ink. It's just a little bit darker. And it kind of went better because we stamped that background in black. So I'm just kind of bringing that to the forefront. And I'm only doing one side because these are going to be pockets that apparently I forgot to do one corner. Okay. What did you miss, Julie? Well, I made like 12 pages. Where you been? All right. So now I've got these guys, these little pieces, and I want the pink, and I want the Mermaid Lagoon. That should be the pink one. That should be the Mermaid Lagoon. And I've got another new stencil. So this is my new Daisy, or is it, no, not Daisy, Flower. I think it's just Flower Mandala. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just kind of deciding where do I want my pattern on here because I do plan to do some stamping. So let's start with the teal in the middle. And then let's do the pink. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So now I've got that pattern. And then we're going to do some stamping. So here is the word today. Let me get my little block. So we're going to stamp today. This is from the Farewell Cube. I'll show you all of them. And this is from the Curly Swirly set. So I'm going to stamp that right there. So I just made a little pattern on there. So the next one, since I got the rubber stamps out, let's do that. So that will be tomorrow. So today, tomorrow, put tomorrow up here. Whoop. And then the little curly swirly. And then over here I want yesterday. So let's get yesterday. Yesterday. It's going to go in the bottom. And then we've got farewell that I'll be using in just a moment. And then farewell. Fare thee well. Curly swirly. Alright, so now we're going to stencil all these. Interesting color choices today. I know, it's just kind of out there. I know, it's kind of wild, but I don't know. It seemed fun to me. So, here we go. That's the pink, or the blue. So I'm going to put the pink on here. So we end up with that one. So we got today, farewell, yesterday. Let's go in this upper corner. Pink. Like it. Tomorrow, let's go in that corner. I'm in the zone today, y'all. If y'all been talking to me, I've missed it. I have too much to do. Oh my goodness. All right. Ta-da! All right, so now let's got this guy. Oh yeah, I want to stamp on this one because I think that's just about dry enough, but we're going to go to the sewing machine here in just a moment. So, before we do that, I've got the leafy branch, and I've made this border on here, a little green, which I think I did pretty good, but we'll see. So now I'm just going to stamp the leaves around on that border. I'm rotating the stamp different directions so you get different leaf patterns, if you will. Apparently my phrase that I like to say. Oh dear. Okay. So you see what I did there? So now what I'm going to do is go to the sewing machine and we're going to sew on that pink page in the teal just a moment ago. Groovy. Alright, so I gotta move. Oh, there's my mixed media mat I was looking for. Alright, let's go over here to the sewing cam. Alright, so we're over here at the sewing machine, and I hope I have enough thread in my bobbin. And I'm gonna put this on Zigzag Stitch. And I guess I could move the camera this way just a little bit. I'm going to put it on Zigzag Stitch. And then I'm going to take that up to a 2 and down to a 2 for the width and the stitch depth. So I'm going to stitch just around this edge right here. Say it with me. And we're going to stitch right inside. Can y'all see? I'm just going to be right inside here. I don't know why when I look at my computer screen, which is actually a television, that I squint at it. Does it really help your sight when you squint, y'all? All right, when I get to the end, I put my needle down and then raise my presser foot and then rotate it around, and then I can start down and it stays on track. And again, you want to make sure your paper is dry, because when you're pushing it through like this, it can rip and then it'll hang up in your machine, and then you got a big gunky mess. Technical term, gunky. And we're going to go this way. And it's been sewed upon. Da 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 da. Love that little lamb. Oh, look, that's where I put the thingy. Love it. Okay, so now I've got this piece. And doesn't that make it pop, that little pink border in there? I don't know. I'm going to glue these together now. Glue it together. Just add glunky to the technical term list. Exactly. Gunky mask. Gunky mess. Now you could glue this as a pocket. You might want to glue some another piece of paper on the back of this thinner pink piece if you were to make it a pocket. I'm just going to glue it all the way down, just showing that we've used a couple of book pages as our foundations here, or the patternings. So you don't have to have fancy, oh, I guess I could get my camera back where it needs to be. You don't have to have fancy scrapbook paper. You can make your own with rubber stamps. Some Tattered Angels. Linda, Janice wants to know if Calico Collage used your stencils. Yeah, she has. She uses my stencils a lot in her kits. She's used some of my stencils in all of pretty much my kits that she creates for me. And I think there's a couple of projects that I said, yes, use them if you want, in a project she was working on that wasn't for me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just lightly crease this. Make sure that I'm not buckling in the inside. Get this folded. All right, so we got this page, and now I have this guy and this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. But I want some pink, and I thought I saved a pink, but apparently I saved an orange. So I'm looking for a scrap of paper that I can use for this next process. Okay, here we go. So I've got this piece of pink here. So, a piece of paper that I'm going to make pink. That's what I meant to say. It's not already pink. So here's what I'm doing. And let's, oh, I even have pink Tattered Angels, so let's do that. Use my paintbrush. And then let's dry this real fast. Glimmery mists. Okay. Shiny is a magazine page. Yes, that's true. That's true. That paper was shiny. It was, because of the glimmer mist. Where'd it go? Oh, it's underneath. It's like, where'd it go? Yeah, it's shimmery because of the glimmer mist. That's what I like about it. So you get a little shimmer, a little fun. Shiny as a magazine page. She's used the Mandala one in my Artful kit, one of my mandalas. And I don't even think it was one that I've turned into a stencil yet. I think it's one that was in the works that I haven't used yet. So I'm just tearing some pieces. And we're going to put some distress inks on here. You're probably going, why? Well, I just wanted, right here, a little pop of color behind this thing. I don't know, just, it's going to be a pocket, but I want just a little bit of color on there. So what I'm going to do is these are going to go in the corners, kind of put those down first. So it's almost a cluster, not quite, because it's just one little piece of paper, but it's just something a little different as far as a pop of color. And you can write in all of these little pockets if you so choose. And we're going to have journal cards in the pocket, so you can use those as well. All right, so I'm going to start at the bottom here and glue this down as a pocket. Like so. I'll put this one over here. I want to make sure that this is glued down really well. Okay. Yeah, I have a heart mandala. Yes, I do have a heart. I didn't get that one out today. I figured I showed y'all so many things. You're like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to put that right there. Try to get it somewhat straight. All right, join the raffle for the little booklet. I got 2 of those I'm giving away. All right, so I'm just going to line up with the bottom, come down just a little bit. Sometimes you have to lay an acrylic block down to help hold it in place. Acrylic paint sometimes, especially after I've painted it with Tattered Angels, may take it a moment for it to adhere. It kind of resists a little bit. All right, so I'm just trying to make sure that I'm within the page fold so that when you fold it. And I know that, you know, you're not going to see these page one right after the other unless you make this the center. But I kind of like that surprise of you found this at the beginning of the journal and then you see it again at the back of the journal or in the middle of the journal. All right, so for now, I'm going to flip this over and let's work on the other side. Finish this up. I have some scraps of paper here, so I've got another little scrap here. And then, where'd it go? Oh no, I got this scrap. Here it is. And this is a little scrap. So we're going to use Always Treasured as another rubber stamp. If I can find my acrylic block. One of my acrylic blocks. We're going to ink that up in the Jet Black Ranger ink. And I'm going to put it on this scrap of paper here. Memories are the keepsakes always treasured. And then I've got Nature Is. And I want to stamp it on this piece. Okay. This was when I cut off the edge of one of the Calico Collage sheets. And the other one was a strip that I cut off of a piece of paper. And I didn't use it. So I thought, well, I'll get it out today. So I'm just trimming that. On this one, I'm going to rip right around that edge. So it's okay if you don't get it straight when you stamp. There are creative ways. Rip it out. You won't notice that it was stamped crooked. See, there's never any mistakes, just opportunities. All right. And this one, I'm going to leave like it is. So let's put some distress inks around the edges. And I'm going to use the black soot. Ah, and then I remembered. So I want to colorize this just a little bit. So I have an ink. Where is it? Here we go. Nope, that's the pink. That's my walnut stain. That's the black. Dang it, I've lost it, man. There it is. Okay. I think there might be enough ink. Oh, yeah, let's try this. Get a just kind of changing the color just by adding a little bit of the distressed ink on here. I'm pretty much just using what was already on the pad, but I am going to get just a little bit more. I think I want this color. Yeah, there we go. That was a Dusty Concord. Okay. This was some painted paper that I made, and I want some little pieces, so maybe something like that. So I can add a little piece behind. Maybe something like that on the, maybe I'll swap these. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So let's add some distress inks to the orange piece. Saying stamps are one of your favorite? Yeah. Yeah, I did add a bunch of saying stamps. Yeah. All right, so then we got that guy and this guy. That's just an extra piece that we did not use. All right, so let's layer this up on here. So what do y'all think today? Did y'all learn anything new? Did you see a different type of way to maybe do something we've been doing forever, over and over, but this time we made it a little bit differently? Did you like this page that I used the layers? I forget to use layers. I guess I find my page looks sufficient when I use one layer of paper many times that I forget about matting a paper and adding a little bit more texture to it. And then the stamping, you know, adding the stamping to stuff is kind of fun as well. Okay. So that's this side, and on this side, I've got some Calico Collage cards that, if I did this right, I should be able to poke this down in here. Maybe a little tight, but so that can go in there. Got another one that can go up here. And then these I chose to put upright like that. What do you think? And we can close that up. And we've got, and this is a pretty sturdy page because we've got 3 layers of paper in here. And there's another one. All right, so let me clear back my desk a little bit here. And let's get out the other pages that I made. So I really need to mix some stuff. I think what I want to do is I want to flip through all the pages and see, is there something missing? Is there something gel into the raffle that I need to put in it? You know, is there another rubber stamp needed, or a saying, or a little embellishment? I do have a few little embellishments over here. So we'll kind of look at what I see here. All right, so we made this page today, and I like that. We have this page. We could put let the beauty we love be what we do right across there. I think that would be pretty there. So I'm going to add those since I still have these pieces left over. You know, sometimes I don't plan 100% the whole journal, and I end up with leftover bits because I didn't plan to use it. And then if I don't use it right when I make that page, it doesn't get used. So, you know, that's why I thought, well, we'll flip through them real fast and see what else could we add to that. Did I see, what is that? Layers are good, especially on cake. Well, of course, Margie. All right. So we have that. And I think I don't really want to change anything on that page. So we've got this page. I'm just trying to get a few more things out of the way. We did this page earlier. Admire. We've got that. I don't have very many, but I do have one of these left. So maybe we'll put one right there. So it kind of gets a variety of things that we've made, stamped and whatnot. It's my mixed media pages. So this is the notebook paper. I don't know, I kind of like that they're simple. We could add another stamp down here maybe, but it doesn't have to be super busy, okay? Don't have to be complex. This was a page that I made at the beginning. So we got lots of pockets, lots of elements. I don't think there's anything that needs to be added to that one. I pretty much embellished them out pretty good. So let's put that over here. A lot of thicker pages this time. So this time I had a coloring book page that all I did was I added one of the pockets from the kit. I left this blank, and then this is an altered paper clip that I made. It's called like, I don't know if this one's, that's not ornate, but it's just a round stamp that I stamped in a blue iridescent embossing powder on purple paper. And I used the Distress Oxides with the Tattered Angels on a book page that I over stamped. And then I also used a little bit of the, eyelash trim. I used the Soar from my Dyna label and then made it an altered paper clip so that can fit over the page. And I didn't put anything on this side. We do have a couple of thingies left, so let me see. What if we were to just glue that right there? Thank you, Margie, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to put that right here in the corner. I'll make it a tuck spot in case somebody gets it and maybe they want to put something under there that you could then, you know, make a little corner over here to hold it up there. It's an idea. Now let's glue this one in. When I glued the pockets in, I didn't want to put the cards in and have them stick, so I just set them in there. All right, so we're using more of the kits that I had. Put that right there. All right, I like that. And then I made this prior to the live stream. So I mopped up on that same stencil, the new daisy, or did I even show the daisy stencil today? I don't remember. This is the daisy stencil. And then, I can't remember this corner, but if you type corner, you'll find it. So I don't have any other embellishments on here that I'm noticing. You know, maybe if we did something like, how many of these do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 of these left. What if we did something like put those on the bottoms here, just as an added decoration? We could put it at the top, and I think the top might be better because the bottom is thicker, so this will help sturdy up the top. See, sometimes I talk myself into things. And I'll just go ahead and glue this down, so you'll have a place that you could put a phrase or word or label. We could do on the dynamo if we have time, but I think we're running out of time because I was going back through these one more time, and then we're going to bind these journals together. Oh, cool. Thank you, Carrie. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. All right, so then we're going to put this over here and this one over here. All right. What are you laughing your rear end about now? Oh, she's not letting one of my journals go to waste. She's trying to make sure they get a home every week. Well, thank you so much, Margie. I greatly appreciate your support. I really do. Okay, I could remember if I remembered that one. I could remember if I remember that one. Do you listen to me? Oh my gosh, I'm so tongue-tied today. I can't remember if I showed that one. I've showed so many things. Okay, whoop, that's crooked. Don't be crooked. Okay, that helps, doesn't it? It just adds a little bit to it. All right, and on this side, this was a mixed media card that I had made a while back, and I thought I would use it. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to add to it, but I think I'll leave it. I could add this to it, though. I think that's what I'll do. We're going to add that. Because I had it left over. See? That's what happens. You get to get a little bit more. You get to get. Oh my gosh. The English language is so hilarious. All right. And the chat is so slow today. It's crazy. It'll go by really fast. Okay, so this is going to go there. I made a book page that I overstamped, and then we also added some different shades of the Distress Oxides, and I watered it. I folded it up to make a pocket at the bottom and stitched around it and glued that into place. And then over here, I made that same little pocket folded, let's see, what is it? Folded pocket insert. It's the same concept that I have a tutorial from, and I've showed it on some other live streams. I used a book page. These are some scraps from stenciling things. This was a mop-up paper that I cut up to fit and used the stitches set. Thought that would be pretty on here. We've got a pocket here that has a piece of cardstock folded, and I used that same little medallion earlier. I did stitch the gel print on here, which is from the Moroccan, I believe. Forgot something. Love all the colors. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Over here, I used one of the masterboard pieces to make a pocket, and then I had a little square left over, so I just thought it'd be pretty as an embellishment. And this was another piece of cardstock left over from when I made the 5x7 journal card, so I just folded it in half and sewed another masterboard piece, one of Norella's pieces, which could be a tuck spot or a pocket, but I'm using it as journal card. All right, so we got that one. Kind of do like that. I've got extra pages this time, I think. So we've got a Mandala page. I think I'm going to put this one in the center. I think that one deserves the center. Unless you found one that you like better. That one's okay. Yeah, I think I like that one. So we're going to do that one in the center. So I'm just going to line out my pages that I want to use. And I've printed 4 of the kit. So let's see. If I did this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so if I put this here, that there, let's move this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 11 pages. The covers, I think I'm going to leave them the way they are. I don't think it needs, in my opinion, for me to add an embellishment. I'm going to leave that to whoever gets the journal, because there may be something special that you have that would go on here. A piece of paper that you layered on top of a piece of fabric or a piece of lace and you glue that down. So I'm going to leave that. And I'm just going to start grabbing pages. All right. So, yeah, when you're doing a note, everything goes fine. Hush them up. Everybody be quiet. She's trying to take notes here, y'all. Oh, dear. Who caused trouble? They were all chatting. Chat, chat, chat. Okay, I'm liking all the different colors. This kit's so pretty. I'm glad I decided to do this. And I hope that it kind of gives you where I'm mixing different colors with it, different textures, because we kind of mix the kit throughout on the pages. It keeps that continuity. But you could also really split this up and do just a few of these pieces in a different journal, just to add some variety and texture with the mandalas. All right, so we're going to set that aside for a moment. Do the next one. Had to run and buy it. You like it a lot? It's a good one, I think. I think it turned out really well. Thank you so much, Robin. You liking how this is coming together, y'all? I'm liking this. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the raffle here in just a moment for the over the page notebooks. You know, I have to pick and choose the techniques I show you. So I hope that you've enjoyed some of these today. And then just the variety of using different rubber stamps, this Tattered Angels, the Stencils. I like it. Dang it. And I don't get to keep one. Man. Somebody asked me the other day if I had a completed journal that I journaled in for one of the kits. And I haven't replied to her to say yet. No, my fans don't let me keep one. I have to hide it from them. I do have one journal that, because Margie wasn't here, that y'all didn't get the other day. I still have it sitting. Where'd I put it? I think I moved it out of the way. It's back here from last week. So I had an extra. All right. I'm going to bind the journals. We're going to do a flip through. And while we're doing the flip through, we'll have the opportunity for those of you who donated to win one of these two journals today. If you want a chance to win, just donate any dollar amount. I'm going to give away these little booklets before we give away the journals. So let me measure this out so then we can do that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, after I bind these, we'll do the journal giveaway, or the booklets. We're going to give these booklets, little booklets, away. So enter the raffle to win these little booklets. Give me my... Alright, what did I do? There it is. I was like, I couldn't find my scissors. I got a bookbinder's needle. I do offer these in my shop. I like them because they have a smaller hole. They are a longer needle. They are about the size of the Tim Holtz craft pick, so that if you're making a journal and you're noticing it's kind of wonky, it shifts on you, more than likely your holes are too big and that you're using a non-waxed thread. If you're wanting to keep it a lot sturdier, you'll want to wax your thread or buy waxed linen thread. You want a small hole when you are punching holes in your journal, and then you want to keep a small needle so that the needle doesn't make your hole even bigger than necessary. I'm doing a pamphlet stitch. That's just punching 3 holes. We're going to start in the center, go to the outside, come back to the inside, and kind of do like a little zigzag back and forth. Oh, gotcha, Barb. Yes, I saw a message from you. No, you deserve that, and I'm not going to argue with you, young lady. I'll wait. We'll do that next Monday, Barb. I've got an idea what we'll do, okay? I had to think about it because I want to do something. Here's what we're going to do. Next Monday, I'm going to have a special free journal raffle because one of my fans won a journal and she felt like she won too many and wants to donate it back for me to give away. So what I'm going to do next Monday, that's why I'm telling you now. So if you're watching this replay and you want a chance to win one of my journals without even making a donation, come back next Monday and I will show you the journal and you can enter when I come up to that point of the live stream and win a journal from me. Okay, that'll be next week. All right. Don't you dare! Don't you dare, Barb! I got it. We got it covered. Thank you so very much. You're such a sweetheart. I greatly appreciate you. Don't be feeling that way. All right. I'm just paper clipping this together. Gonna bind this one. We're gonna do the raffle for the over the page booklets. And then we'll do the next raffle to get the journals. We'll have 2 raffles where I'll call 2 names. The first person will tell me which journal you want, which they're pretty much identical. The only difference is the covers and some of the pages. Good win. A lot of 21 junk bucks there. All right. So now we're going to go to the center, to the outside edge. I think Junkie Joe's getting ready to regurgitate a bunch of chat messages because I don't see any new. Oh, don't shift on me. Down the center. I'll be back next Monday. We'll do some more. I haven't decided what kit I'm going to do Monday. We'll have the Christmas kit coming up very soon. The last Monday of the month. And it is called A Christmas Dream. I meant to print a sneak peek. And I guess I didn't get that far today. So we'll do that Monday. It's a traditional Christmas kit. All right, I'm going to sign this. We're going to pick the winners. Put that away. I think y'all have had time to enter the raffle. I'm just signing the books. These are fluffy because of the mixed media pages. See, they're a little bit fluffy. Oh no, we're not there yet, Julie. We're doing it right now. Yeah, we're doing this is what we're doing right now, okay? I think we're ready. Are you ready now? All right, so the first winner of the little notebooks, and I'm just going to pick one randomly, so you don't get to say which one you want. I'm just going to pick a winner, and then you'll get whatever one I send to you, okay? All right, the first winner is Ada. Congratulations, Ada. I'll be sending one of these out to you. And then the next winner is Connie Barch. Connie, congratulations. Ada and Connie got one of these, so I'll send those out. Did you get that, Robin? Ada and Connie. I know that was pretty quick. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reset the raffle. Then we are going to raffle off one of these journals. You're going to tell me which one you want. Just getting this all ready. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read off the names of everybody that I show right now who's donated. Oh, thank you, Maria, for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. So we have Margie. Thank you so much for your very generous donation. Linda Gray, Dorlisa, Sherry Deskins, Ada, Janice, Laura Johnson, Barb Dingwell, Nadine Wheeler, Calico Collage, Carrie of Paper Puddles, Tanya which is Tivern Chan, Jennifer Smith, Robin Finnessy, Margie again, thank you. If Crafty Blind Girl is here, I don't know that I've seen her chat in a while. She's eligible because she's a patron on Patreon, okay? The rest of you, if you want a chance to win one of these two journals today, make a donation of any donation amount. Where do you order the needle from? My website, Nadine, at lindaisrael.com. Robin will share the link to the bookbinder's needle. Okay? It's been a you got it before I said because it's been a goofy lag, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're very welcome, Connie. Crafty Blind Girl's here. Yay! Okay, I'm going to start the last raffle for the journals. That's open to donators only. Okay? So if you donated, you'll get in on that. All right? Oh, you had to go to the Lions Club's meeting. I used to be a member of Lions Club. Yeah. Oh, raffle for Laura Johnson. She lost power. Okay, thank you, Diane. So Diane is in for Laura because she had to go with no electricity. I'm going to clean my hands off. And then we're going to flip through these journals real fast. Clean my hands. All righty. Okay, let's go over here. All right, so we're going to go through, what am I going to call this one? This one's purple balloons, because this looks like a hot air balloon that Norella has basically used a kaleidoscope type software that replicates it over and over and over and over and gives it that look. And so if you look really closely, it really reminds me of a hot air balloon. I think that's what she did. So that is the hot air balloon mandala. So here's the inside cover in the first page. I used one of the printed pages. And then here's the mop-up page where we put the strip at the top. We have this little pocket here. And then we put these in this journal pocket. So we've got some nice little differences there. Where we stamped here, stamped the little saying, made a pocket. That's a journal card that I made. That's using the Diamond with Flare stencil in the background in Distress Oxide. You're very welcome, Diane. Thank you for helping all you do. And then over here, we had the envelope. I didn't show you this. This is just some stationery I had. And I thought, well, it's got flowers on it. And it's blues and yellows. Okay, now, come on. Cooperate. I thought it was just kind of pretty. And it just kind of gives a little contrast, especially on top of the coloring book page with our altered paperclip. All right. I think I need a drink of water. Another page here set your life on fire. Seek those who fan your flames. Oh, I like that. I got a fortune cookie that says your tribe follows you because of your vibe. I thought that was interesting. Your tribe follows you because of your vibe. So here's repeating that same stamp over and over to make that little wreath on the page. I don't know, I thought it was kind of interesting. You like those techniques? You like anything that I've shown? I like the layers here. So we've got the bookmark, journal card we turn sideways in the pocket. And if you take everything out of the pocket, it's still kind of pretty. So you don't have to feel like you always have to keep a certain thing in the pocket. I think adding that on the page kind of helps tie the journal together. And over here on this side. Fun, fun, fun. It says admire. And then here is our journal page and journal card in the other side there. Isn't that a great fortune cookie? Yeah, it is so true, isn't it? Love that saying. Yeah, it's a good saying. I think I like that. Your tribe follows you because of your vibes. If you got good vibes, you're going to get a good tribe following you. If you got icky vibes, oh, Lord help you. And then our center. Am I going too fast? Are y'all seeing all of this? Now that it's come together, you know, he showed you all the individual pages, but now you're seeing how they've come together. And now you understand why I picked the colors that I picked, how they blend with the printed kit. That was my reasoning. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here and supporting me. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you're inspired to create. Get your stuff out and have some fun. That you can use your book pages and junk, scrapbook paper, rubber stamps, gel prints, stencils, stamps. Yeah, you're very welcome. And then this is a tuck spot here. You could stencil another pattern on here, but I wanted to leave this one as black and white in case you end up coloring it and it bleeds through to the other side. Then you'll get that look on both sides. Okay, so I almost glued that to my pocket. And then this little piece here. Lots of variety, and that's where we put our folded up piece of paper. I didn't add any distress inks to it. I didn't add any other embellishments. I thought I kind of left this plain enough that you can turn this into an inspirational journal, a prayer journal. You could add some more touches to that. Okay, so there is the balloon mandala. You like the word fluffy? Your body is fluffy. That's a good word. These are the best. You like them? Thank you, Julie. No more links, sorry. Oh, dear. Daisy Mandela. Okay, so here is this one has flowers. I think those are flowers. I think these are roses. So I'm going to say this one's the rose mandala. There's the back. It's got flowers on the back as well. That's interesting. She used different images. All right, so here is the first page here. I used the same image there. Got the same. This is the same, I believe, as well. Just a different gel print or a masterboard print. We got the same envelope. You need this digi kit? Yay! I'm glad you like it, Sandra. It's a good kit. This was from the Artful kit, and then this was the Bombay stamps, scrapbook paper. And I'm sure you have stuff in your stash to make pages like I made. out of book pages and some acrylic paint, some kind of medium to put on top of your substrate. Ah. And then these, I think these may be different than the other, but they're just journal cards that I thought were pretty. Look at it. I love it. Oh, and I didn't even realize that I used the same image on that page. That's fun. I like the way that looked. That little pocket again. Pockets. It's got pockets. I wanted it to have a variety of writing spaces. You know, so you've got nothing really on here that you write, but you can write on that and stick it in. If you take all the journal cards out, you can write in the journal without any underneath bumpiness if you want. Add pictures, what have you. Very yummy. You haven't cared for mandalas until before today? I hadn't really either, honestly. I thought they were pretty. I have been drawing a few for stencils, but I hadn't really done a lot with them. And then just looking at this kit, I thought, okay, this is kind of fun. I'm going to work with this. You're very welcome, Diane. All right. What's for dinner? Ready, set, go. You're having chili? Ooh, yum. And maybe a salad. We're having, Robin, guess what we're having? What's on sale at Homeland? 2 for $10. And Henry got them. This time, he got 2 roasted chickens, whole chickens, for $7.99. Already cooked, yummy, hot. 2 of them for $7.99. So we shredded that up and we had a salad with chicken on it, as well as tomato and onion and mushroom, avocado, grapes, strawberries, blueberries, croutons, cheese, chicken, and then mixed greens. Don't know yet. All right, let's pick the first winner. So I'm going to do the first winner. I'm going to make sure everybody's in. Robin, Tanya, Nadine, Linda, Janice, Crafty Blind Girl, Carrie, Sherry, Margie, Dorlisa, and Diane is in for Laura. So I'm just going back. Nadine, who are we missing? Barb, are you getting in the raffle or are you just donating because you're a sweetheart? All right, Jennifer Smith. Did she get in on the raffle? Jennifer Smith. Where are you, Jennifer? Get in on the raffle. And did Carrie get in? Yeah, Carrie's in. Who did I miss? Norella. Norella's not here. You eat that at least once a week. Yes, we do, Robin. You know, who knew being an adult that you spend most of your time trying to figure out what you want to eat? Now I know why Sheldon on Big Bang Theory knows exactly what he's going to eat every day of the week. Because then you don't have to think about it. I mean, that's just what we need to do. We kind of do that anyway, because on Tuesdays we go out to dinner with some friends and Henry's family. We call it family dinner. So we usually know, okay, Tuesday night we're going here. And Sunday night Henry will buy the chickens, or we'll make taco meat. So depending on which he makes, then we know for Monday and Tuesday what we're having. Or Sunday, Monday, we know we're having the food that we make at home. Tuesday, we go out to eat. Wednesday, sometimes we have stuff left over from Wednesday, sometimes we don't. And so Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, those are the days we have to think, what do we want to eat? We haven't quite got it all yet. You wish you could eat them out? You got a great chicken salad recipe? Well, mine is salad with chicken on it. So it's not chicken salad, it's salad that I put chicken on top, roasted chicken on top. But I also do make chicken salad as well. All right, I think everybody's in the raffle now that's still here. I've kind of delayed as long as I could. Tell me, which one do you want? Do you want the hot air balloon or the roses? The first winner is Janice Brammer. Congratulations, Janice. Which one would you like? So yeah, I don't mind eating out, but then I don't. Oh, I didn't see that. Oops, I didn't do that. Okay, I'll enter for Norella. All right. So let me do not enter the raffle again. I'm going to allow entries in just a moment as soon as Janice tells me which journal she wants, and I'm going to enter for Norella since she's not here. All right, is this my left? This is my left. Is that what we want? Do you want the one that has hot air balloons or roses? Roses or hot air balloons? Because my left and your left may not be the same. This is my left. This is my left. Is that the one that I got my L on? Yay, Janice! Woohoo! Janice! Hey, Millie. Aw, thank you, Carrie. That's so sweet. All right. I'm waiting on the first winner has already been chosen. Linda hasn't even flipped through the first. Yes, I have. You gotta, somebody type to Carrie to refresh. She's on, she's not live. Giveaway. Janice has I'm waiting on her because it's not coming up on my screen. Okay, that's the one. This one over here. Okay, yay! All right, so she wants the one that has the, I call it the hot air balloons. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow entries. Please do not enter the raffle. It's going to come up on the screen, but don't enter. All right, we're going to allow entries. Console. And then I got to enter. All right, and then I should be in. Am I in? I'm not in yet. Okay, wait. I said don't enter the raffle. Y'all don't listen. Okay, yeah, it's really slow today. And it's not getting me entered into the raffle. I wonder if it'll let Junkie Joe. It's like mine is not coming up. All right, so I'm going to change. Don't enter. It just makes Junkie Joe confused. Let's see if I got that. Okay, now it should let me in. It wasn't letting me respond in the bot. Huh. And I'm not in the list of people. How weird. Okay. That's okay. Yes, I know. That's why I said don't do it. How weird, Carrie. That's weird. Okay, so come on, computer. Let's try and pick the second winner. I think I got in. Rain. Janice says rain. Oh, okay, good. So now I'm going to pick a winner. So the second winner is getting the one with the roses on it. And the winner is Crafty Blind Girl. Rhonda, congratulations. And Carrie, even though you didn't see the second journal, it's the same as the first journal. The only difference is that some of the pages, like this, the printed pages, might be different. But it's the same concept. It's just got a different cover. Apparently, I used the same image on the inside, too. Yeah, Junkie Joe's not feeling well today. All right. Well, I'll be working on a tutorial for Thursday for the live stream. I hope y'all are enjoying not the live stream, the live premiere on Thursday. You can watch it later. It's recorded. But if you want, you can show up during the premiere time slot at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and chat with me and others, and definitely ask questions while I create. So we're going to be working on that for you for Thursday. That's the one you wanted, Crafty Blind Girl says. Yay! Well, congratulations. Thank you all for being here today and for supporting me and my love of crafting and creating. I hope you're inspired to create, that you get out your supplies and make something today, even if it's just a little bitty journal card or a pocket, an envelope, something. Make a little bit of something just to inspire yourself, okay? Ah, you got rain and kicked you out. Gotcha. You're the 8th, I am. Margie. Y'all have an amazing evening. My husband should be home shortly so that I can eat some dinner. I'm hungry. Well, y'all take care. I'm going to get off here. Lots of love to everybody. I know there's a huge lag, but I really appreciate each and every one of you. Let's say thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I'm going to get off here. Have a great week. See you Thursday, 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on YouTube. And do check out the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group as well as by Linda Israel. Check the description box below for links to the products I use. Of course, the links that were also shared in the chat as well by Robin. I thank you, Robin, so very much for being here to take notes and to share the links. You are such a blessing to me. Thank you so very much to my administrators from the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. I appreciate you as well. And thank you all for just being here. I just really, really appreciate each and every one of you. All right, we're going to get off here. Bye, everybody. Bye.